Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the history that we're using in our homeschool. Let's start with the American history that you guys have been asking me about. 1215 to 1776. A lot of you asked to see inside, so I'm going to show you guys what that looks like. This book was a little bit more on the pricey side of how, like, I usually don't spend that much on a history book, but I heard a lot of good reviews about this one. It's not so much focused on dates and memorizing that as it is having like a conversation, and it's really cool. So I love how the table of contents is organized. It breaks history into stories and themes instead of just like memorizing dates. The chapters read like a story. So there's lots of illustrations and there's sidebars to keep them kind of engaged. Like Marco Polo, like we stopped here and then we kind of like branched off and learned more about Marco Polo. Goes through like the Silk Road and all that, and then we played a game where they were acting like they were traveling along the Silk Road and they were trading, and like that was really cute. The pictures they're pretty colorful. It's well illustrated, I believe. We'll be using this as like a read aloud in our homeschool with my 11-year-old and my 8-year-old. It's just like, I just feel like it's a little bit more engaging. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see us use it in our homeschool. Basically, I just do it like a read aloud and then stop where we need to. And like I said, like for the Silk Road, we played a game so they can imagine what it was like trading on the Silk Road and all that. But yeah, I really do like this book. I definitely will get the next history book that they have. And yeah. Okay, and then next I wanted to show you guys our history pockets. We already completed the Colonial America one and it was really fun. It was hands-on. It was a good way to dive into history. So it shows you how to make the history pockets, like the pocket book. It shows you how to make it just with paper, like construction paper. But I got this folder that I thought would be a little bit more well kept together, so it didn't like fall apart, and then we can always go back to it if we're like, oh, okay, well, what happened, what do you guys remember from this, and then we can go grab our Colonial America, which I love that we can use this as a resource and always go back to it. So yeah, so you make little folders. So the introduction to Colonial America, and it's all in here about the 13 colonies. And then the next was the first settlements. Here's a fun one that they did, was the Mayflower. Kind of put together your own ship. Here is the map of Jamestown they did. I really do like these hands-on history pockets. Definitely like them. So we did that one last year. So this year we'll do the American Revolution. Yeah, it's just a real fun. I think I bought another one of these somewhere in this house, so I gotta find that. Okay, so there's the history pockets, and then also the what is, the who is books. I love these. They're the best. So they're just easy reads for the kids, and then I always grab them for the library, but I would love to get them all, just own them all. So this is the one I own. So, but I would love to have a shelf with all of them. That would be so nice. But yeah, they're just like really easy for the kids to read. So between Tuttle Twins, the history pockets, and who was, what is books, we found a really good rhythm for history. I feel like it keeps things interactive and meaningful and like not really overwhelming, I feel like. Let me know what you guys think. What are you guys using for your history? Has anybody used the history pockets? And did you like it? What did you think of it? And let me know if anybody is using this or wanting to get this. I got this one actually. Where did I find this one? Oh, you know where I looked was Facebook Marketplace. Some lady was selling one, and I've never actually like bought something to get shipped on Facebook Marketplace, but it was such a good price that I was like, ooh, and she said it was barely used. So that's where I got this one. But always check thrift books is where I always look first. And it was still kind of up there. And then Amazon had it around the same price as thrift books. So yeah, check Marketplace for it. Yeah, because I think it runs about like $80, I think is what that one was. These are really inexpensive and I love them so much. But you do have to do a lot more work than just like the read aloud this way. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this flip through. I definitely think I'm going to go in through my science next. But yeah, this is what we're using for history this year for 6th grade and my 3rd grader.